Life is full of opportunities and transformation, yet many people feel overwhelmed by the idea of making significant change. The truth is, you don't need to turn your whole life around. With the right focus and commitment and strategies, you can create a noticeable difference in just 1 month. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Jennifer Fallon. I'm a career strategist and leadership expert, helping you bridge the gaps of where you are to where you want to be inside your career. My website hosts a tremendous amount of different blogs, podcasts, helping you be able to get different strategies and unique takeaways to move your career forward. We have on there currently right now, I have 2 amazing free resources that you're able to download right now, which is a personal branding training as well as an ultimate public speaking book. And I'm proud to announce that over the next week, I'm going to be dropping my new ebook, which is the 7 skills that most successful leaders share. And I'm hoping to have that out this week by Thursday. So make sure that you stop by my website and kind of look for that. It should be on the home page. You're also welcome to explore different blog articles and my podcast while you're on there, which hosts similar yet different content to help you move your career forward. All right. You clicked through because you're interested in understanding how you can change your life inside 1 month. I was working with a client and she had asked me how to change her life at a very quick pace. And I asked, okay, well, what's that pace that you're looking for? And she said, well, I'm looking for around a month, which I think is a really good time frame for anybody to be able to change their life. 1 month or 30 days is the perfect amount of time for you to form new habits and see really great results. Behavior science suggests that most habits can be formed within 21 days. And by focusing on a clear plan and sticking to it over a course of 4 weeks, you'll be able to change your mindset and improve your health, enhancing your relationships and making strides to new career goals. The key is an intentionality. So inside the video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus over a 4-week time span of how you can improve your life within 1 month. Let's dive in. So week 1, your first week, having that intentionality is going to be key in really helping you understand how you're going to move and change your life within 1 month. But before you start, and this is something that I even work on inside my course or my coaching programs, is really understanding auditing your current life. What does your current life look like and where would you like it to be? And the first step to changing your life is understanding where you are and where you want to go. Consider key aspects of your life. So taking kind of a self-audit and really looking and really deep diving it, such as your health, your career, your relationships, your finances, and overall your mindset. All of these are different areas for you to hone into. Is your health where you want it to be? Do you want to lose the weight that you've been telling yourself that you want to lose? What's your career look like? Is it where you currently want it to be? Have you not gotten to that promotion, and why? Where is it that you want to go? Or is this even the career that you personally want to be in? Your relationships. Are you in the right relationship? Is it the relationship that you want to be in? Is it something that's making you thrive and for you to go forward? These things are really key aspects to look at and to really deep dive. Are the financial behaviors that you have right now what you're looking to have tomorrow? And is it going to help you achieve those results? So looking at what your mindset is, what your current state is, and what habits you currently have, are those going to hit the goals that you want to have tomorrow? Are you eating well? Are you exercising? Are you getting enough sleep? Whether your career fulfills you, or are you currently feeling stuck? We want to examine all of those different key elements. And what I recommend to people is really to take a step back and write everything out. And as simple as it be, you may just take a simple sheet of paper and really line it out to what your habits are right now as today and where you want them to go 5 years from now. But what we're looking at is really creating those foundational steps and those behavior patterns that you want to have to be able to achieve those results at the end of the month. And one tip that I usually give people is really looking at journaling as being an area of opportunity for you to really kind of look at those results. Part of this journaling is really jotting down your observations and being really honest, thorough, but truthful with yourself on really where you're currently at. This is a really big, but more importantly, a bigger step of importance because you need to understand where you're at for that change to really dive in and see what you need to work on, what's working well, what areas we need to finesse for improvement. So really by the end of this part and really by week 1, you want to start to take those ideas, those concepts, those behaviors that you want to change, and you want to outline them and start to put those into practice. Remember, it's the first week, and typically the first week is always the easiest, but it's also where transformation begins, and having that clarity and an honest evaluation of where you stand is a great first start for week 1. We're going to dive right in, and the area that we're going to focus on is setting clear goals, but a deeper dive. Defining clear and actionable goals is the next step, and it's a crucial step in changing your life of where you are to where you want to go. Ensure that your goals are impactful. And one of the things that I like to teach and what I like to use is having a SMART framework. And this is a very common tool that a lot of companies use, which is specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and time-bound goals. This framework helps you craft not only goals that are aspirational, but also attainable with practical results within a 1-month time frame. And this is something that you should also consider in outlining. By choosing 1 or 2 goals to focus on and avoiding the temptation to tackle every goal and spreading yourself too thin, you can really make forward steps in achieving that goal. And the idea with this is to make sure that you don't experience burnout. Because, for example, you might decide that you want to improve your health. And one example that I've done with that is I thought, okay, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to work out. And what I didn't realize is I haven't worked out in a very long time. And rather than really thinking that I can jump in, I should have taken that step back and really understood I probably should ease back in to working out. And what I ended up doing is I ended up pulling 3 or 4 muscles in my chest when I did the workouts. So making sure that you look at the goal that you're interested in obtaining and looking at, is it specific, is it measurable, is it achievable, relevant, is it time-bound, or is it something that's realistic that you can start to shape and to move it forward? So going to the gym and understanding that, hey, I may be able to only do 20, maybe 15, 20 minutes the first day just to reintroduce my body into working out. And then maybe after a week or a week and a half, I can go up to 30 minutes or maybe even an hour and start to do the workouts that I really enjoy doing. To really go into week 2 and really outline it on a deeper level, we're going to go into specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and time-bound, and how to outline that out so that you feel more prepared after week 2 in designing out what goals that you want to really deep dive into. So goals clarify exactly what we want to achieve, and being specific about those goals is very, very important. So instead of saying, I want to be healthier, aim for something very specific. I will walk 1,000 steps every hour. I will walk 10,000 steps every day. And this eliminates you being very vague and not really acting upon that goal, but it gives you a clear target to achieve. The next one that I want to go into is measurable. Goals allow us to track our progress and stay motivated. For instance, if your goal is to save money, setting a specific amount, such as I will save $500 every month, and tracking the progress that is measurable and you can achieve milestones, you get that sense of accomplishment. But it also is data driven and it's measurable, and you can see yourself going forward as you kind of save all of that money towards that goal. And that $500 might mean a new vacation, it might mean an engagement ring. It has a lot of value. Or if you decide that that's that $500 that you want to invest, and hopefully down the line for retirement, it really adds up over time. That's something that you can track your progress, and it's measurable. The next deeper part is achievement and achievable goals, and making sure that you set yourself up for success inside that month. While aiming high is really great, being realistic and having realistic objectives can really help you from getting discouraged. When we aim too high and oftentimes it kind of falls flat, a lot of the time this is where we start to see discouragement kind of set in. And we want to make sure that we break larger ambitions, but those larger ambitions come from very smaller ambitions and smaller goals, and they add up to one large achievable goal. So manageable steps and building momentum and confidence can really help you achieve larger goals, and breaking down those smaller goals into achievable segments is really going to help you along the way. Relevant goals align with a broader life vision. So we kind of slide into this in understanding our life vision and our priorities and asking yourself, does this goal that is a short-term goal that I can achieve within a month align with my long-term aspirations? For example, if your personal growth and you're focusing on self-development and you're looking at every step along the way, do these steps climb to achieve that larger goal? For instance, if personal growth is your focus and really having higher achievements around personal growth, reading one self-development book a month will help you take relevant steps to moving your personal growth forward. And a personal example with this is, when I was starting out my career and I wasn't getting the mentorship that I was hoping to get from my boss, I started reading personal growth and self-development books and leadership on using these different principles that leaders had written about to really start to apply. Each book I read and that I read through the month had a different skill set or different elements and takeaways, and over time I got to spend really honing in my craft and really designing out not only the type of leader I wanted to be, but the leader that I needed to have actionable steps to become. And this is something that I've done through really small steps and having a relevant goals. So time-bound goals really give you a commitment and a deadline. And this is something that I think is really a good concept and understanding for goals. You always have time, and time is a very, very valuable resource that we don't get a lot of. Once the time has passed, it's pretty much gone and you can't recoup it, which a lot of people step back and they live in nostalgia because it's like, man, I wish I did this. I wish I could have done that. I wish that I did this during that time. And often, you know, when I talk to people or I work with people, they're like, well, I mean, I could have done it then, but it just didn't translate it. And you know, I try to tell people this is where you just want to start, and really having a time frame on the goal that you want to commit to. So time-bound goals have a specific deadline, and without a clear deadline, even the most great aspirational and objective goals can lose that sense of urgency, and it really kind of loses that effect. By defining a 1-month deadline, you create a sense of focus and purpose inside that goal, and you're going to take steps and create that urgency internally to help you achieve that. And then finally, you want to create a vision. Visions are very, very important, and I love the concept of vision boards because they really give you an idea of what you want your life to look like. A compelling vision for your life is an ideal and a powerful way to stay motivated and focused and really help you on your transformative journey. These are things that I always like to have, and I've done this ever since I was a child, and my dad was very big on creating a vision board or having a goal board. Writing down your goal somewhere or anywhere, and what I used to do is I used to, as a little girl, write down my goals, and we would do this every month. And we would hang it up and we post it on the fridge, and we would talk about, did you achieve the goal that you wanted to achieve this month, or is it something that we're going to have to put within a 6 months window? But because it is a 1 month goal, really having it up there creates a sense of accountability, and it's really going to help you drive that urgency. Urgency and accountability are two things that you want to have that are really going to help you identify with that vision. The other areas that I've taken it a lot deeper is really being inspired by different YouTubers or even Pinterest and understanding what that vision board is that I want to look like. And one tool that I like with Pinterest quite considerably is really understanding that you can take all of these different pins with motivational article, blog posts, and really going out there and setting that vision board up for what you want to happen during that month, and reading other people's stories to understand how you can take those steps to get there. All right, week 2. Week 2, we're going to focus on building habits and gaining that momentum. This week is all about consistency and building new habits that are going to require deliberate effort, but once the routines are established, they become second nature and provide a solid foundation for long-term success. The key to starting is starting small, staying consistent, so that way you can focus on those new habits that will create a positive ripple effect. So let's go a little bit further. Focus on key habits. Keystone habits are powerful because they influence other areas of your life. These habits act as a domino effect, thus creating a ripple, creating many different domains in many different ways in your mind to kind of create that long-term habit. So for example, if you're looking to create a better fitness routine, or you're looking to lose weight, you want to exercise regularly and practice that physical activity that improves your physical health, but also boosts your energy level, reducing stress. And committing to a 20-minute daily routine or a gym walk or just a walk outside can really lead to that increased productivity and sustaining that habit. But also the next habit that you put into that keystone habit is preparing healthy meals and understanding how your cooking and what you ingest can really improve your physical health and help you over a long period of time. Now, charting both of these, and again, going back to your journal and really outlining so that way you can be accountable for that, is a way to help you continue to gain that momentum and building those habits. But also what I look at, one of the more powerful tools that I use for different habits is creating a morning routine. A well-designed morning routine can really help you be productive and create a fulfilling day. And this is really going to help you long-term, because dedicating 30 minutes each morning to activities that can really help your body, your mind, and your spirit can really translate into long-term success. And doing this for 21 days straight will really help you move those habits forward into a right direction. The goal is to create a routine that you can sustain in preparing yourself to tackle the day ahead with both clarity and intention. And then, as we've talked forward, making sure that you track that progress, having that journal and really looking at each week and saying, did I hit the milestone? Did I not hit the milestone? So one of the areas that I've been very diligent about is saying, okay, I want to lose 10 pounds. But also being honest, like the whole bag of cookies I ate the other day is probably not going to help me inside that progress into losing that maybe 5 to 10 pounds that I've wanted, or getting back to the plan of eating on an OMAD schedule where I do one meal a day and looking at, okay, what are the items that I've eaten all day, and are they helping me go towards that path towards success? And really looking at it, but also finally staying accountable for that. So there's a lot of different ways that I feel accountability can help you. Having a person that is just there for you, as such as somebody that you trust, whether it's a friend, a family member, your partner. Having them help you stay accountable in a very positive way can be very powerful. And one of the ways that I've learned to do this is just really making sure that I share my progress with them through the time that I'm going through changing a different habit. And sometimes it doesn't need to have that person tell you you did good or you did bad, but having to answer a question every day of, hey, did I eat properly today? Yes or no? Nope, sure didn't. Okay, well, you start to build yourself to train your mind to say, okay, I didn't eat well today. How am I going to do this tomorrow? Because it's a little embarrassing to tell somebody, even though they're not going to say anything to you, they're there for that accountability. You yourself know that you didn't eat well that day. And that's something that's going to help you move forward and create that change. I think week 2 is always great because you're building that momentum, you're starting out, you're tracking your progress, you're getting accountable, and you're kind of moving forward. And that's something that's sustainable long term that can really help you out. All right, week 3, overcoming challenges and staying focused. So by the 3rd week, you might encounter or even feel tempted to give up. And this is where most people give up, is usually week 2 to week 3. And when I work with different people, it's like, come on, we gotta keep her going. This is very, very normal to feel like you're frustrated, or what matters to you, how do you handle it, what's your goal, is it important, is it what you wanna stick with? But it's very normal to feel like, I wanna give up, I don't wanna do this. But being able to say, you know what, I set the goal, I set everything up, I have my accountability system, I have everything together. And at this stage is really when we start to develop both resiliency and adaptability to become your greatest assets in helping you navigate through the obstacles and really that temptation to give up and striving to achieve your goals. All right, reflect on your progress. Take some time to really deep dive how far you've gotten. And reflection is not just about acknowledging your accomplishments, but it's also about acknowledging your opportunities. But you should take the time to celebrate those small wins. Oftentimes when I was losing weight, I would say, oh my goodness, I would do really great for the week. But Sundays would always be the day where I would say, okay, I'm not gonna overdo it, but I will have some of the things that I enjoy most to celebrate the win of developing a new eating habit throughout the week. This is small wins, and it's important, no matter how you feel, to celebrate those small wins and make sure that they are recognized, no matter how minor that they would seem. Each step forward is still a commitment to effort, whether it's big, whether it's small. You should be proud of those small wins while reflecting on your progress. And you also want to look at managing setbacks as well. We all have setbacks, and feeling and understanding that this happens to everybody, but not overdoing the fact that saying, oh my gosh, I failed again, I had a setback. That's okay, we're all human beings in our world. And making sure that you understand that you're going to have a setback either here or there, and reminding yourself of the motivation that inspired you while you embarked on that journey is really going to help you kind of recover from that. You want to visualize the end goal and remember that oftentimes setbacks happen to all of us, and they're very, very common. And this is kind of where you want to look at re-energizing your commitment and understand that mid-month slumps are very common, and to remember your initial enthusiasm towards that goal. And really optimize and look at your environment and how that can help you out. Oftentimes we take a look and really looking at the setbacks. So like one setback that I had when I was trying to change my eating habits is, did I buy the right food to change my eating habits for a month? And then did I think about when I was gonna buy that food for it to be successful and what that would look like? And I failed there. And that was something that I had to step back and I had to say, okay, am I set up for success this week? Am I going to be successful in what I eat, to follow the meal plan that I want to get where I want to go? And that's something that you've got to look at. Is your environment optimized for your habits and for the success that you want to have? All right, week before. So really solidifying and looking ahead and understanding what your final week is looking like. The final week is where you transform your new habits, and if you stuck with it for 4 weeks, often it only takes 21 days through behavioral science to really change a habit. And you know, that new lifestyle and that lasting lifestyle that you're wanting, it's not just about wrapping up the month and congratulating yourself with that effort, but it's also taking into consideration how are you going to use this for sustainable growth and chart your milestones. Perhaps 1 month was only the first month of you changing your habits for a larger spectrum on what you want to achieve. Maybe that $500 just your first step to achieving a really great vacation within 12 months and really applying yourself to save so that you can have that really awesome life experience. But looking at the sustainable growth and the future success that you want to have, you really want to reflect on your journey and you want to plan for longevity and really sharing that experience. And I think sharing that experience with people that you care about can really help you commit to long-term improvement. So changing your life in 1 month, remember, it's not about achieving perfection. It's about making meaningful progress, and it's those small steps that are going to help you change. Over the past 4 weeks that you take that or you look at it, you're really focusing yourself on setting clear, achievable goals through supportive habits and making sure that you stick to those habits throughout the 4 weeks to really help you achieve that milestone. When we change, it's super hard, but it doesn't have to be where it's like you're turning everything or every corner at once. A lot of the times we really say, I need to change all of these things about myself. And then we get disappointed when those things don't happen. But if we can take one thing a month and say, hey, you know what? I want to build new habits with this. Or maybe 2 or 3 things a month and saying, I'm going to change these 3 things to get to an overall goal of where I want to go. So that the next month you're able to build upon that goal and see even further success for a final larger goal. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you've enjoyed everything that we've talked about. I look forward to seeing you next time on my next video. Between now and then, again, you can travel over to jenniferfelon.com where I have a considerable amount of content that you'll be able to enjoy. Or you can even connect with me on LinkedIn, Instagram. I love to socialize, I love to connect, where I post up daily a lot of different type of content, which is usually leadership quotes or aspirational, or just different type of content reels that are tidbits that can help you out inside your career. I look forward to seeing you then. Until next time, take care.